No fewer than 12 people have died from Lassa fever in Ondo State, with 112 confirmed cases and 359 reported infections. The state government disclosed this. A fatal Russian drone and missile attack on Kyiv early today Wednesday shows that the Kremlin is not interested in pursuing peace in Ukraine, according to President Volodymyr Zelensky. Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. has claimed Manchester City's fans' banner fired him up after playing a starring role in Real Madrid's dramatic Champions League victory at the Etihad Stadium. Welcome to News Hour on TV Sapiencia with me, Chioma Victor. Now the news in full. No fewer than 12 people have died from Lassa fever in Ondo State, with 112 confirmed cases and 353 reported infections. That's according to the state government. The acting statistician general of Ondo State, Olusola Ajayi, revealed this yesterday, Tuesday, in Akure while addressing workers of the Ondo State Waste Management Authority. Ajayi urged the agency to collaborate with health stakeholders to ensure a cleaner environment and help curb the spread of the disease. Similarly, the Permanent Secretary of the State Ministry of Health, Dr. Adeniran Ikomola, recently confirmed that Ondo had recorded close to 400 suspected cases since the latest outbreak. Speaking in Akure during the unveiling of a new Lassa fever diagnostic center, Ikomola said the federal government, that's the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, and the Institute of Human Virology Nigeria had donated the facility to boost detection and treatment efforts. We move to Edo State, where the state government has ordered the immediate closure of all satellite campuses of the Ambrose Ali University, Ikpoma, in a statement dated February 11, 2025, and signed by the Secretary to the state government, Omar Ikulo. The government directed that all programs and courses must now be conducted solely at the university's main campus in Ikpoma. It further stated that the governing council and management of the university have been directed to comply with the new policy. The chairman of the United Bank for Africa, UBA, Tony Elumelu, has stated that Africa's youthful energy is a gold mine for investment, innovation and economic growth, noting that the continent has an unstoppable demographic advantage. Elumelu, according to a post on his X handle on Tuesday, stated these are the World Government Summit, questioning the skewed perception of risk towards Africa, revealing that he has a diversified portfolio across 4 continents. According to him, the different challenges confronting the African continent present opportunities for investors, as nowhere else offers the kind of return on investment that Africa does. Global investors have cited inconsistency in government policy directions and uncertainty in exchange rates across African markets as reasons for limiting presence in the youth-infested continent. The federal government has launched the Nigeria Raw Materials Management Information System, a digital platform designed to enhance industrialization, attract investment, and optimize the country's raw material resources. The initiative, spearheaded by the Raw Materials Research and Development Council, is expected to bring in $30 billion in investment over the next decade through efficient resources management. Now, speaking at the launch in Abuja on Tuesday, the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Naji, emphasized the potential of the RMMIS to transform Nigeria's economic landscape. In a renewed effort to curb vote buying and strengthen electoral integrity, the Independent National Electoral Commission and security agencies on Tuesday yesterday reaffirmed their commitment to tackling electoral malpractice ahead of key elections in 2025 and 2026. Now, speaking at the first regular meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security for the year in Abuja, INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu warned that vote buying remains a significant threat to free and fair elections in Nigeria. Yakubu emphasized that while arrests had been made in past elections, more decisive action is needed, particularly while political party primaries approaching. He noted that vote buying extends beyond election day, as delegates are often financially induced during party primaries to manipulate the nomination process. We move right now to Delta State, where the state government and the Governor Sheriff Obori has said that his administration's commitment is towards protecting host communities from exploitation by oil companies, while also ensuring that oil production remains undisputed, rather undisrupted. Speaking on Tuesday during a courtesy visit by the management of Chevron Nigeria Limited at Government House, Asaba, the governor emphasized that the state derives most of its revenue from oil production and cannot afford any disturbances. He commended Chevron Nigeria Limited for its contribution to the economy and development, urging the company to do more for its host communities. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, says he believes Nigeria will overcome the new policy changes by the United States President Donald Trump, halting healthcare assistance to developing countries. He expressed optimism yesterday, Tuesday, at the inauguration of the Bayelsa State Hemodialysis Center and the General Outpatient Center at the 350-bed hospital at the Bayelsa Medical University in Yenagoa. Both events were part of the week-long program celebrating the 5th anniversary of Governor Duye Diri's tenure. Pate said all the tiers of government must work collaboratively to harness the country's resources and provide for the healthcare needs of the general populace. He commended Diri for his vision in establishing the Hemodialysis Center, saying that the governor had shown commitment to healthcare delivery by investing in the needs of the people. The Deputy Speaker, Anambra State House Assembly, and member representing Oka South Constituency 2, Right Honorable Chukwuma Okoye, has called for a rapid response to combat the increasing rate of expansion and emergence of erosion sites in the state. Speaking when he led a government delegation to a gully erosion site in Ezimezi, Amobia, as part of efforts in tackling environmental sustainability in the state, Honorable Okoye said the visit was to conduct a thorough assessment of the damage wrought by the environmental menace and initiate necessary remedial measures to restore the area to its former glory, calling on residents of the state to be mindful of how they treat their environment in order not to pay the huge price. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Anambra State Erosion Watershed and Climate Change, Professor Philip Phil Eze, who assured that the agency will undertake a comprehensive survey of the affected area within the week to enable immediate commencement of the work at the site, acknowledged that the site visit underscores the state government resolve to tackle the hydra-headed challenges of environmental degradation, ensure the well-being of citizens, and bequeath a sustainable legacy for future generations. Still in Anambra State, the State Executive Council and SEC has criticized those demonizing and misrepresenting the new law, that's the Anambra State Homeland Security Law 2025, has been against traditional worship, noting that the law is an essential component of Igbo traditional religion and culture. While reviewing the impact of the new state law at its second meeting of the year held at the council chamber, ANSEC stated that the new law was designed to combat crime and criminality committed by quacks and evil native doctors, particularly those who pervert and alter the core values of the Igbo society, those who promote and teach the acquisition of wealth without work, and those who deceive the younger generation and unwary members of the society. In a statement issued by the State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Lomefo, the Council further reaffirmed that the state government has not and will not outlaw traditional worship, and further called on moral rearmament and as well as social re-engineering in order to restore the lost values of the society and ensure a healthy future for the state. ANSEC also gave the new security intervention Operation Udogachi a high rating and urged it not to relent in the fight against insecurity in the state. The Zonal Coordinator of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission in charge of all the states in the southeast, Mrs. Francisca Obialo, has called for collaboration between the Commission, non-governmental organizations, and the public in the ongoing fight against fake and counterfeit products and foods. Speaking in an interview with newsmen in her office in Oka on some of the measures put in place by the federal government agency to check counterfeit products, Mrs. Obialo, an engineer by profession, said that the Commission will engage the public on effective sensitization, reminding the public of the need to always look out for the manufacturing and expiring date of all products, especially drugs, in order not to buy those products that will be dangerous to their health, saying that surveillance and monitoring units of the Commission will continue to monitor open markets where foods are sold to ensure quality. She disclosed that the Commission is committed to protecting the rights of consumers and maintain that when consumers brace for their responsibilities, the fight against counterfeit products will achieve the expected results. Away from Anambra State and Nigeria, a fatal Russian drone and missile attack on Kyiv early today Wednesday shows that Kremlin is not interested in pursuing peace in Ukraine. This is according to President Volodymyr Zelensky. Now, AFP journalists in the capital heard a volley of explosions ring out over the city and saw the body of one person killed, covered in a black plastic sheet on a street littered with debris. Zelensky announced that one person was killed and at least 4 others were wounded, including a child, in the attack that he said had damaged apartment blocks, office buildings and civilian infrastructure. We're following up on this story. We'll keep updating you. We'll move to sports right now, where Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. has claimed Manchester City's fans a banner fired him up after playing a starring role in Real Madrid's dramatic Champions League victory at the Etihad Stadium. The visiting side was greeted by a huge flag before Tuesday's playoff first leg at the Etihad Stadium, poking fun at the Brazilians' runners-up finish to City midfielder Rodri in the 2024 Ballon d'Or award and Real's boycott of the ceremony. It was Real Madrid who had the last laugh at the banner, as the banner backfired badly, with Vinicius enjoying a superb game as the Spaniards twice came from behind to win 3-2. The banner displayed a huge picture of Rodri kissing his trophy alongside the message, "Stop Crying Your Heart Out," a song title by City supporting band Oasis. City manager Pep Guardiola claimed he had not seen the banner and instead lamented his side's latest failure to hold onto a lead in what that actually has been a frustrating campaign. Well, that's it on the news hour. This hour, a quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that no fewer than 12 people have died from Lassa fever in Ondo State, with 112 confirmed cases and 353 reported infections, according to the state government. A fatal Russian drone and missile attack on Kyiv early on Wednesday shows that Kremlin is not interested in pursuing peace in Ukraine. That's according to President Volodymyr Zelensky. And finally, in sports, Real Madrid forward Vinicius Jr. has claimed Manchester City's fan banner fired him up after playing a starring role in Real Madrid's dramatic Champions League. That's the victory at the Etihad Stadium. Well, that's it on News Hour this hour. On behalf of the entire editorial news and production team, my name is Chioma Vickwemeka. Thank you so much for staying with us here on TV Sapiencia. Do enjoy the rest of our transmission and don't even think of touching the dial. Stay with us.